Hello, everyone, my beautiful souls. Welcome back to Voodoo Bones by Jack. Um, you know, some weeks life feels heavy, and this has been one of those weeks for me. My energy just it's been off. Yesterday was a funeral for my uncle Tom. Now it was the most fitting day. It was Valentine's Day. The sun was shining. He was such a kind, gentle, loving man. So Valentine's Day with that sun, bright, perfect. And then he got to celebrate Valentine's Day with my Aunt Alice finally after all of these years. So very much blessed to have that happen on that day. But basically, I've been kind of struggling to find my creative energy. Some of it I have, some of it I don't. So I even feel like last week I forced the video out. I don't know, just didn't feel right. So don't get me wrong, it was honest and from my heart, but I have feeling just a little off. You have those. So today, instead of pushing for something new, I'm actually returning to a blend I created back in December of 2024. At that time, I was reflecting back on my husband's passing in 2022. So when I went back looking at my blends today, and that was before I started doing these videos, it, I was looking at it, just kind of felt right. It was called grief and transition. So it just feels so. Sometimes those oils come back to us, and that's what I'm going to use that today. So the blend is simple: 1 drop of cypress, frankincense, sweet orange, rock rose. Rock rose is also known as citrus. All right. Um, and I haven't done a lot of rock rose, but I really want to talk about it today because it's underappreciated, especially during those times when you're feeling emotionally scattered or overwhelmed. Actually, the Bach flower remedy, rock rose, is for terror and panic. It's what we reach for when we feel frozen and when we just can't think clearly and life just feels too much. So really feels appropriate. So let's talk through as we blend. So Cypress. Mm, Cypress. It is the funeral oil of grief. Um, Beautiful oil, flow, transition. It helps us move through difficult passages, supports us when we're processing grief or major life changes or minimum life changes. Grief happens for all type of reasons. Um, Frankincense, and we're using frankincense carteria, carterii. Apologize, my Latin's not up to speed. I did look at other frankincense that I have, but whoop, we got two to what it is. So frankincense is our spiritual anchor. When everything else feels chaotic, it kind of frankincense connects us to that something greater, helps us find that deeper grounding. Sweet orange, yes, you heard me correctly. I mean, come on, you know how much I love it. Um, it's gentle, steady, comfort. Trying to make sure I don't overdrop. Oh, two it is. All right. Never going to complain about 2 drops of sweet orange. Steady comfort that doesn't overstimulate, especially when you're feeling fragile, like I am this week, last week, this week. Oh, you get what I mean. Beautiful, the two. So then we're going in with rock rose. This is our courage in a bottle. And to be honest, I thought this one might have wanted to come out with 2 drops and play today instead of those other two, but let's see what happens. One doesn't even want to play. It does. I know it does. It told me. Wow, we got 3. Okay. All right. So much for our simple blend of 111. Sorry. I kind of didn't lie, but didn't know. That's beautiful. So here's our courage in a bottle. When you're feeling emotionally overwhelmed, when you just can't seem to find your footing, rock rose helps us remember our inner strength. So smell the rock rose, frankincense, the sweet orange is back there. I'm going to be honest. I want another Cypress. Ooh, one more Cypress because oh, I want that flow. Okay, that's mm, that is simply perfect for what I need. This might need to go in a lotion or roller bottle. This is quite beautiful. Okay, so you know what's beautiful about this combination, besides me just saying how great it is? It's not trying to fix anything. It's not trying to force us to be better. It's just supportive. It holds space for whatever and whatever's going on and gently reminding us that we have what we need to get through these difficult times. So it's beautiful. Now, I got something special for this blend. So here is mm, this is my very first singing bowl. I got it from the Taylor's Falls bead stores many years ago. I got to believe at least 10. I don't know. But there's something about sound vibrations to activate this aromatherapy that feels just right today, especially when you're working with oils for a more emotional support. So I'm just gonna, we're gonna, we're gonna see where this takes us. This is actually a Japanese bowl. There's something special. Mm, that sound just reaches places in us that scent alone just can't reach. Together, still vibrating. Oh, they create that cocoon of support. I got the chills. I don't know about you guys, but between the blend, the aromatherapy, this bowl, sound, oh, beautiful. And of course, a little amethyst on the end. You can't go wrong with a little amethyst on the end of my plain stick. Okay, so calling back to previous blends, loads of wisdom built into that. Recognizing when we need to return to what has worked for us before instead of trying to push for something new. Rock Rose teaches us that courage isn't about being afraid, it's about moving forward, even when we're afraid, even when we're scattered or overwhelmed. I even mentioned to my mom, I didn't want to go yesterday. I didn't want to go to a funeral, but was I afraid to go? Yes, of what but again, it's a beautiful, it's a celebration of life. It's to share in that moment to let everyone know that's still around how special that person was, in my case, Uncle Tom. So Rock Rose, again, it teaches us that it just trust us. You can handle what life brings us, just like Uncle Tom showed us his gentle strength throughout his life. I'm gonna miss those fish fries. All right, so if you're going through difficult times right now, if you're feeling scattered, overwhelmed, remember it's okay to return to what supports you. It's okay not to force creativity or positivity. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do is simply hold space for where we are, who you are. So, thank you for being with me today, for allowing me to share my authenticity about my harder moments. That's what this community is about. We're supporting each other through all of life's seasons, changes, good and bad. If this blend resonates with you, give it a try. Even, and if you have to, and if you have your own go to blends for difficult times, I'd love to hear about them. Place them in the comments. Take care of yourself. And remember, you have everything you need within you to navigate what you're facing. Happy blending, everyone.